Ungrateful. Tom Bauer leaks Meg stealing clothes and property in Beverly Hills loaned mansion from Beckham's led to a rift. The royal snub was brutal. After flying for 22 hours from London to Sydney at Prince Harry's request, David Beckham was puzzled why the prince had not met him. "Where is he?" David asked. "When will I meet him?" But the prince had no plans to see the former England football captain, nor even being pictured with him. It was October 2018 and Harry was hosting the Invictus Games. Over precious years, Harry had met David at celebrity functions, in very different social situations. The latter's prince enjoyed joshing with the world's most famous footballer in a restaurant or pub, for example. Since David had played a prominent role bringing the 2012 Olympics to Britain and an important part in the 2010 unsuccessful bid for the World Cup, it seemed natural for the prince to ask David to join him at the celebrated competition for injured servicemen. Harry's invitation had originally been offered during his sunlit wedding in Windsor 5 months earlier. As a man who loved the royals, David would never refuse such an important request. But having flown halfway around the world, he was perplexed why officials, after he arrived at the sporting venue, were playing a dance to keep him happy, but away from Harry. The reason for the distance was Meghan, the newly married Duchess of Sussex. She wanted no competition in the media from David, and especially not from his wife Victoria. Meghan's visit to Australia was her first foreign royal tour and appeared to be a huge success. Meeting cheering crowds of admirers convinced Meghan that she was the royal family's new Diana. The added excitement was Meghan's announcement of her pregnancy. But inside the Sussex's headquarters in Sydney, the atmosphere was miserable. Meghan shouted at her staff and allegedly threw a cup of tea into the air. Accused in London of bullying her staff, both she and Harry were constantly searching the internet for hateful comments about themselves. In her bad mood, it seemed that she was not prepared to tolerate anything flattering regarding the Beckhams and the games to appear in the media. And at the house the Beckham family had rented in North Shore, Harry's snub was barely mentioned between David and Victoria. David didn't want to dwell on it. "A bit strange," he said, but he didn't call Harry. Nevertheless, the Beckhams were perplexed by Meghan. Finally, in December of 2022, David Beckham delivered a devastating repost. In the middle of the World Cup, he flew 6,600 miles from Qatar to Boston to help Kate and William celebrate the Earthshot Prize. To the Cambridge's delight, President Biden was also present, endorsing the couple's philanthropic work. On that very day, Harry and Meghan were in New York. For months, they had planned a publicity-seeking visit to boost their own philanthropy. And to their dismay, in the American and world media, David's kiss on Kate's cheek eclipsed the Sussex's junket in New York. Worse, Kate was wowing the American crowds. It's the British couple who have decisively come out on top. 2 weeks ago, Leo Messi, the great Argentinian footballer, scored a stunning last-minute goal playing for Beckham's team in Miami. Eruptions of joy could be heard across the globe. The Beckham celebrations continued for hours. Golden balls clasped many famous celebrities during the party. One couple was noticeably absent, though, the Sussexes. The terrible truth between Meghan and Harry is that the brand Sussex, unlike brand Beckham, is faltering.